look at it. A few of those here and there. There might be just because these are just the random. After the pre-sorting with the gem detector, I put the gem detector away. So I got to use the gem detector in both of my hands, and you know. So I'm gonna start using this tripod right here. I could use like a book or something to help. All right, so I'm gonna just try to pick off some of these on camera with the tripod. Could already kind of tell, like, so it's kind of set at the medium. With the flash is, so I could adjust with the wheel, small or medium. These are mostly mediums, so adjust that. And then kind of have the camera at a good spot, hopefully, so you guys can kind of see a few of these. I could bring my sorting tray here, but you could kind of, well, without the flash, I'll be messed up, but the bar doesn't move, so that indicates it's not real. So the same thing with a lot of these, but it still looks pretty good for the most part. And now let me get a real one. Okay, so now I've got the emerald, basically show off the bars real quick. So it goes up one bar only. And this is when the tester is warmed up, but it's going to always go up one bar when I touch this, so it indicates it's something. So but some of these, like this one right here, is just a real nice blue. Oh, shows. Kind of feel a little heat. Might be amethyst. So, you know, a lot of people expect it to go like to 9 or 10. And also, you know, maybe the size of carat. I haven't really tested it. But now, you know, it wants to calibrate and things. But I think with a lot of these, you know, it's a good size to test. But a lot of them aren't going to show up. You guys can't even see like that. But, you know, if I turn off the lights, I can't see what I'm doing. Alright guys, that's what I'm doing for now. So I'm just, you watch. How lucky. I hope this isn't malfunctioning, but that's at a few carats or something. It might be malfunctioning from the last one. Yeah, oh man. That's messed up. Even though this is just some random, like jade. This is actually, can be jade. And I, you know, could have mixed them up. Left some out, so, you know, there's going to be different layers of, you know, security and things like that to, but I could do with this just because I know how the oiling will go. I pretty much put a few of these together and then oil them up and then put them in a good baggie. On the left, and I'm just kind of making kind of sure, you know, if I could find a real one, basically. So just going at a good pace, and just and then after this part, I basically oil these up. So I'm gonna make a real clear video for you guys. I'm using this gem tester, which is a phenomenal tool that you should really consider, you know, at least having. You know, a lot of, you know, I mean, there's definitely, or it's a real rock basically. So, comparing it, so it's detecting that it's like a real rock basically, or it's a pebble that I know has some transparency to it, stuff like that. I just found today, and it's reading that it's a rock. So, I mean, just to test the detector, knowing that I'm using a real rock and stuff, just see if this detector actually works okay. And you know, it basically, and you know, touching the metal pad on the back and stuff. I mean, this rock is showing that it's quite, or it's quite, you know, strong, I would think. And back to nothing. Even though these look really nice and all that stuff, I like it just because they look nice. You know, compared to something that's not looking nice. So I'm, you know, kind of wondering what. Making another video, so I put all these other small baggies kind of to the side. And I got this in its own separate baggie. I could probably transfer it to a slightly smaller bag, but it's good like that if I find any of the same. Um, so I got a few real ones, and I kind of keep those separated. This might be emerald just by the color of it and things, but so just whatever I've got kind of like to um, you know, categorize and put together, I think. But I want to oil these up first, so I'll be right back. All right, so I got these. I spray a little bit of my cooking oil, old used cooking oil and mineral spirit bottle. So you know, I made all that stuff um, in a previous video. I wasn't expecting too much, but I think it may be pretty good for this. So we're gonna put on the latex glove and things. I kind of see like one right there that's going to be a different. So this one is going to probably go with this one just because this isn't most of my clear stuff. So stuff like that. So just going over the size of baggies, 2 by 2.5 inch, 1.5 by 2.3, and 1 by 1. So you know, the larger bag, it just depends the amount of material that I'm expecting and stuff. So gonna put on this glove and start working on these. And you know, I just basically just take them out of here with the glove on, just kind of damp, and get most of the oil off, and then I could and then I could have, and then I. Alright, so I just pinch out a few. I don't have to get all of them all on one try, so I left like half of it still there, and then I put half down there. And now I'm just gonna, wipe off the oil. I could even use this opportunity to wipe off any extras on the glove, and hopefully remove as much particles or debris. I could even still use stuff just in case and inspect different colors, but so it's all been sorted out, basically categorized. How like clear and with the oil on there and stuff and being cleaned up, it's like 10 times more glossy. And the thing is, I've got these separated, and some still might be sphere, but I've got another. These were all round, and I could already see I miscategor, or I have a different. Trying to find a good spot to kind of look at these, and then basically, if these were real, they'll be really nice value. Probably like $600. For something like this. And I've got like kind of like a scale that sometimes works this and that, but just to just to kind of figure out like if these, since these are really not real, these are probably this, there might be one or two, it just depends, but having the gem detector at first really helps you at least identify. I tested a few of my rings and things. One is real, and with the, and I tested this one, and it didn't even register. It's probably glass at the most. It's not even real. It might whoa. See, so luckily that these were in baggies, so that's another good situation. A bunch of the red and orange and even the yellow ones, the size seems okay and things like that. I could have a different light source to look at them. This camera flash and stuff, most of the light and things like that. I was planning to mix it with this larger piece, but and then also just kind of factoring in, certain other pieces that I'm gonna start another special bag for these ones, since these are mostly matching. So I'm putting a few yellow pieces right there, put on the glove, and I'm gonna hash just so I gotta find a good spot, but I think I need to use tweezers and things, fish out as many of these yellow ones to make things a little. So I got this light, but yeah, I only had two mixed up, and also I just used my bare hand, not bare, but just I had both. I transferred it and just taking one out and putting it into the other without removing, or the tweezers. I don't really trust the ones that I have. They're really pointy. They don't open up as good. It could really damage